Hey there, Pisces. Welcome to your reading for the week of May 25th. This week, if you want to catch me live, I go live every single day at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. But Pisces, let's see what's going on for you. This deck is upside down again. I don't read reversals, Pisces, so every single deck card in this deck is upside down. This looks like an amazing love reading, so I definitely like to see that. There's a lot of good stuff coming up for you here. There is also definitely some success coming in for you as well. Quick success, it looks like. Ace of Pentacles, love it. Definitely some sort of adventure here. So let's see what's going on for you here, Pisces. You start off with the adventure card. So obviously it's a card of going on an adventure. This could be any adventure. To me, here in this first row, it definitely looks like love is the adventure that you could be going on here, Pisces. You have the King of Cups, the Ten of Cups, and the Four of Cups. So I feel like some of you could be manifesting a relationship here, or you could be, kind of like going on some sort of adventure is what I'm trying to spit out here for love. For some of you, it is interesting. It's like, in the past you have the King of Cups, love, Two of Cups here, and then you do have the Five of Swords, which could represent like a breakup or some sort of situation like that. We're going to have to look into this because this row actually looks pretty good. We have the Blessed card here and all this other stuff. It could represent something else. It is weird that you have the Five of Cups as your center card as well, Pisces, but again, we're going to have to clarify and see what's coming up for you, but definitely some sort of adventure this week. Next, you have the King of Cups here, so I feel like there definitely is love coming in for some of you. It does, like I said, it does look like a very good love week. I would say that the challenge for you love-wise here, Pisces, is maybe your independence. So it's like maybe you find someone, or maybe you're with someone who isn't as independent, or maybe you're with somebody who needs a little bit more attention, or maybe a little more TLC, right, Pisces? So I feel like you could be with someone who just needs a little something extra here is kind of the feeling I'm getting. And I feel like that could be why this Five of Swords is coming up. Again, we're going to clarify this whole thing at the end. So, there will be more detail on the situation, but, that's what I have here. I also feel like this could just be you being in control of your emotions here. So I feel like you're very in control of your emotions. I do feel like in the past, some of you could have experienced some rocky emotions as well. Next, you have the Ten of Cups here, fortune after difficulty. So I feel like there's a lot of happiness and like good things coming in for you here, Pisces. This is like creating a family with someone. So I do feel like some of you could be creating a family with someone here. I feel like some of you are worried is what I really feel like saying here. This is a very good card. It's like I almost feel like saying this is what you can have, Pisces. It's weird because this is coming up in your past position. This happened to you last week as well, by the way, Pisces. And I forgot to pull you an archetype card here, but this happened to you last week as well, I think, where it's like this side was kind of more talking about, something that you could create, something that could be created in reality, but, maybe there's some stinking thinking or something like that, Pisces, that needs to change. So, really good card, but I do feel like some things need to change here. Next, you have the Four Cups. How interesting is this, Pisces? You have the Four Cups, which is like a card of manifestation or trying to manifest something into reality, trying to, he's like trying to manifest options in his life here. And then you have this Lizard Spirit card right here. And that Lizard Spirit card is all about trying to manifest your dream world into reality. So it's like the same thing. I feel like the problem for you here, Pisces, and especially following this diagonal up right here, and again, we're going to clarify this in a minute, but especially following this diagonal up, this could be saying that you don't think something is possible. It's interesting as well that your archetype card here, Pisces, is the Thread. This card is definitely about having gone through difficulties and challenges, but it says through our difficulties and challenges, there is a thread that if we pull, those difficulties and challenges start to unravel. Those things start to disappear from our lives. It's like once we find a lesson. So I feel like you are kind of like finding the thread in a situation, but I feel like you need to pull that thread. We're going to talk more about that at the end, but Pisces, Four Cups, like trying to manifest something in reality here. Next, you have the Lizard Spirit. Again, this card says dream the world into being. I feel like this is saying don't give up. Even the Five of Swords, to me, is a card that says don't give up on a situation. It says you could be thinking about walking away from something or quitting on something. And again, it doesn't have to be love, Pisces. This could be anything. It could be a creative project, a business. It could be a job. It could be anything. So I feel like this card is saying mostly don't give up. And I also feel like it's saying use your powers of manifestation to kind of create your own reality there, Pisces. Next, you have the Two of Cups, so definitely like some sort of soulmate for you, Pisces. I feel like there could either be a water sign in your life or an air sign as well. So some of you could be dealing with an air sign. Could be any air sign, could be any water sign as well. And I do feel like this person could be like a soulmate to you with this Two of Cups. So I do feel like there's like soulmate energy here for you, Pisces. Like I said, we're going to have to clarify this Five of Swords because it's so weird that's coming up in such a positive row with the blessed card and everything like that. So we're going to talk about it. For like the past 3 weeks, Pisces, your readings have been about like letting go of something that you love as well. And so this could be a person, but it could also just be a business or a job, or it could be something else that you love. But it looks like it's for something better. It's like you're upgrading your life. So again, we're going to talk about that in a minute, but definitely a perfect match coming in for you in love. Next, you have the Five of Cups here. Again, this is coming up as your center card. Your center card here is the most important card in a 9-card spread. And the Five of Cups is a card of regrets or sadness. It can be kind of like a card of overindulgence as well. I don't normally say that, but the story behind the Five of Cups is that he has had too much wine, and he has basically lost his taste for wine. It's like one of those things where if you have too much of something, you don't enjoy it anymore. So I feel like for some of you, this is about, too much, overindulgence. I would be careful of overindulgence as well, Pisces. I also feel like, this card, there's a bridge over here, and there's a castle over here. It just says, like, if he were to turn around and see everything that he has in his life, if he were to look at all the blessings behind him or everything that he's created up to this point, he would see this bridge over to this castle and he would become successful. So for some of you, I feel like this is about like needing to turn around. Next, you have the Knight of Swords. I feel like some of you, by the way, total side message here, Pisces. I feel like some of you could be getting healthy. So I feel like some of you could be very focused on your health. I feel like you could be working out, going to the gym. Obviously, we probably can't go to the gym, but maybe you're working out in your home or something like that. So I do feel health here. For others, I feel like this is saying like don't make changes too quickly at this time, Pisces. I do feel like some of you are walking away from something, but again, I would say like take your time in making that decision with the Knight of Swords. I also feel like that could be news coming in for you as well. Next, you have the Blessed card. So I feel like there are blessings coming in for you here, Pisces. I feel like there could be good things coming in for you here as well. So I just feel blessings for the most part, and I feel rewards after something that you've gone through. You have the Five of Swords here. Five of Swords, normally there is a white flag on the Five of Swords, and the Five of Swords to me says don't give up for the most part. It is a card of giving up on something, so it can say don't give up. Like especially what I feel like for you, Pisces, is if you have been in a long battle for something, I would say don't give up. The reason I say that is because of this King of Swords here. The King of Swords says that your life has maybe been very challenging for a long period of time, but you have gained a lot of wisdom. Like the King of Swords says, don't waste that wisdom. There are people, or there is a person, or there are multiple people that you could help with this wisdom with the King of Swords. So it's kind of like a card helping people or sharing your wisdom. The Five of Swords is also a card, like normally there's a guy on the Five of Swords and he has polka dots on his shirt. And it kind of represents needing to not take things too seriously, needing to not take your challenges too seriously. Yes, are there serious things that happen to us? Of course. But it's like, are we dead? No, probably not. So it's kind of like a card that says we need to keep things in perspective. Next, you have the King of Swords here. Again, very interesting. I do feel like this could be a divorce for some of you, or a separation. It's like you have all this happiness here. You have the Five of Cups, sadness, and then you have the King of Swords, which could be a divorce situation or a separation situation. I feel like for whatever reason, there are blessings coming in through some sort of separation. Again, we're going to clarify this all in a minute because it is like a little all over the place. I'm not going to lie, Pisces. But so we're going to wrap this all up. But, I do feel like some sort of separation is going to lead to blessings, or is going to lead to this. It's weird. I feel like going like this. Like I feel like going over here and then going back. It's almost like that some of you need to, it's like this is what you dream of. You have this adventure card. That's a beautiful card. There's amazing imagery on it. It's like everything you want on this card. The Ten of Cups, fortune after difficulty. King of Cups, happiness, very good emotions. And the Four of Cups, like dreaming about all of this. But it's like I feel like you have to do this right here. It's like almost like you have to let go of something from the past, or you have to complete something from the past so that you can go back to this and have it. And I say that because of this right here, Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles is kind of like getting to the garden. This represents the Garden of Eden on this card. Like this is the hand of God offering you the Garden of Eden, offering you everything you want. So I feel like for a lot of you, as I've been saying to you for weeks, Pisces, I feel like you can have everything you want here. So we are going to clarify this now with the Lenormand, and I just want to see what comes up in this whole situation here, Pisces. So let's go through and we're going to tie this whole story together. So Pisces, let's see here. Yeah, very interesting. I feel like you could have been dealing with the King of Cups and this Two of Cups. I feel like you could have been dealing with someone tricky in the past. You have the Fox card here, so I feel like you could have been dealing with like hidden motives or someone who is tricky in the past. I feel like for some of you, this could have been a relationship where it's like at the beginning of the relationship, the person was one way, and then by the end of the relationship, they were another. You know what I mean? So it's like maybe they didn't lie to you. Maybe they weren't necessarily a bad person, but maybe they just changed. Maybe you got into a relationship with someone who is not who they appeared to be, you know, or maybe they put up a front in the beginning. Next, with this Ten of Cups and the Five of Cups, you have the Lily. This is a very spiritual card, and it can represent desires as well. So I feel like for some of you that this can represent desires. I also feel like, again, this could say that in the past you were in a relationship where maybe it was presented a certain way, and maybe it just didn't come out that way. Interesting to note that the Lily represents the King of Spades, and you have the King of Swords here, which is basically the same card. Next, you have the Scythe here with the Four Cups and this Knight of Swords as well. The Scythe can represent cutting something out, so I feel like you are cutting out tricky people from your life at this time, just in general. This is coming across as just general trickiness. So I feel like some of you could just be kind of like cutting out general tricky people from your life with that Scythe card, with the Four Cups and the Knight of Swords. It's like this right here, these two cards, this is a false bill of goods. You know, with that Scythe card in between. This represents somebody selling you an illusion, somebody trying to sell you something that is not reality. So I feel like some of you are kind of like stepping away from that or needing to move away from that like fake energy. Next, with the Two of Cups and this Five of Swords, you have the Mice. The Mice represents very slow progress. I do feel like for some of you that if you're in a new relationship, this is saying that more progress needs to be made. I've said this to you for like weeks now, Pisces. I feel like some of you could be in something very positive, but it's like things need to move forward, is what I feel like this is saying here, so that it doesn't, so that you don't like lose the situation. So I feel like some of you, you know, that could be what's going on here. For others, again, I do feel like this is saying don't give up on something that you've been working towards here, Pisces. The Mice represents extremely slow progress. So it says that you might be working towards a goal, you might be working towards something you want to achieve, and it could say that progress has been extremely slow. Things have not been moving forward, but this is kind of like saying don't give up. You will reach your goal. Mice chew through walls very, very slowly, but it takes them a long time, but eventually they reach their goal. They get the cheese. So I feel like you are about to get the cheese, Pisces. Don't give up. If you give up, it's like you're giving up before you get your reward. So I'd say don't give up there. Next, you have the letter here, Pisces. The letter is a card of communication. This is coming up between the Five of Cups and the King of Swords. I definitely feel like this could be divorce. I mean, this can just represent legal communication. So if you're going through a divorce, or if you're going through a settlement process, if you're going through something legal, this could just be legal communication coming in for you here. I also feel like this could just be communication in general for some of you, like in love. So you could just be getting general communication here with that card. And then finally, you have the Whip here, Pisces, and this is coming up between the Knight of Swords and that Ace of Pentacles. I feel like this is saying that you feel like you're not making progress fast enough. Again, I feel like this could be why you're beating yourself up here with these cards, these two cards up here, or the three cards, I should say. You know, this can represent not making progress fast enough, or feeling like you're not making progress fast enough. So it's like you're beating yourself up because of that. So I feel like you need to kind of like not beat yourself up here with these cards. Ace of Pentacles says you will reach your goal. Knight of Swords, wanting things to happen faster, right? But it's like maybe they're not happening faster. So I feel like some of you need to kind of, you know, be patient. I want to pull an outcome here, Pisces. I'm not doing this for anybody else. Yeah, you have the Child, some sort of new beginning coming in for you. This card represents the Jack of Spades. It is a card of kind of like curiosity, so it says follow your curiosity, but it's also a card of like a new beginning. Yeah, you have the Rider as well. There's definitely good news coming in for you here, Pisces. I feel like some of you, again, with this thread card here, this could represent going through difficulties, but like searching for answers. It's like searching for the thread to pull so that things can unravel, so that you can move forward in your life. So I feel like some of you are like kind of like hoping for progress. I feel like you'll be getting it. Very interesting reading, Pisces, I have to say. It might not resonate with very many of you, is what I feel like saying. I almost feel like this is just for like one person. So it's very, very strange. But there is some definitely good stuff going on. You know, again, I feel like some of these readings are more on the boring side of things because, you know, we're still dealing with the quarantine and things are just not like moving forward and, you know, all that other stuff. But it is what it is, Pisces. So thank you, Pisces, for watching. Really appreciate it and definitely enjoy your week.